So I hope it is clear to you that what is a data point. In case if anyone asks you what is a data point, then what you're going to say, it's a data. Okay. And if anyone says you what, if anyone says what data, then you say data from our data set. Okay. Whatever classification we do. If anyone asks you question, what is a best fit line, then what you're going to answer. I want to know from you, if anyone asks you what is the best fit line, what you're going to answer in your own term.
This fit line is a line that classifies the data.
Correct. Good. What about you, Leknath and Geeta?
The best fit, I think best fit line is those line, which can, separate between two cluster to differentiate.
Okay, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Two categories you can say, instead of saying two cluster, you say two categories, two classification.
Two cluster.
Hmm.
So it compares just with two classification, not more than two, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I have another one question as well, Amit.
Yes.
So if there is, exactly, differentiate between, this baseline, why some dots are on the line then?
Yeah, correct. It's a good question. Some of the points, some of the datas are your algorithm will not able to detect correctly. So for
Oh,
those
got it.
algorithm, for those data point will lie on those best fit line. It means that uh, that data points are not classified into either of these two categories. If I talk about, for example, if we are doing any classification between two categories, for example, gender only. Okay. But nowadays you see like some people they keep their long hair, and some people they they have a long hair, or they uh, or some girls they keep a short hair, right? So suppose if I'm taking any attribute, suppose if I'm taking a features considering a hair size, so those who are having a short hair should be classified into the male categories, right? But nowadays some women also they are keeping uh, short hair. Similarly, some boys they keep long hair. If you have seen Game of Thrones movie, have you seen Game of Thrones, or have you heard this Game of Thrones web series?
Yes, yes.
So there, have you seen that all the most of the actors they keep the long hair, right?
Hmm.
So suppose if I considered hair as a hair size, then normally suppose we think like long hair, it means she should be a girl or woman. But now men's are also keeping that. So sometime your algorithm will not be able to classify those data. So those data will lie on the same line. It means that it is either it is not able to classify in either of the two categories.
Got it, Amit.
Okay,
Yeah, got
because
it.
you don't have that data. If you have a proper
Yeah.
data, suppose with long hair, you are checking, does it have a beard? Does it height is 6 feet, more than that 6 feet? What is body weight, height? If you considered most of the variable, then I don't think that data points will lie on the line. So
Yeah,
so that is the reason that you should have enough number of features. Features means what? Enough number of column in,
attributes,
yeah,
character.
attribute, character, correct. Attribute, column, character that makes classification easier. Like suppose we four candidates are there, suppose like Leknath, Vivek, Geeta and Amit. Four candidates are there. Everyone they have a unique features and attribute that make us classify uniquely, right? Okay. So that is the reason we use this classification technique. And it's a good question that why this line are coming on the best fit line, because they are not able to classify correctly. So they are coming on this best fit line. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, so these are the graphs that we're going to draw, and we're going to see that we have already seen in Matplotlib, right? How we can
Yes.
draw the different graph. So this all graph you can get it in a matplotlib.org. If you have that link with you, matplotlib.org website with you, then you might be able to explore this. Okay. Gita, is it clear to you? Bibek, to you?
Yes.
Yes, Amit.
Okay. If anything is not clear, yeah.
Amit, can you please share, I think I don't have those Matplotlib org link. So if you send one more time, it
Yeah,
would be easy for us,
you
for
don't have to
repetition.
remember as well. You just have to type this, see, matplotlib, okay, and
Okay.
.org. Just type
Okay.
.org, matplotlib, and click it,
Mhm.
press enter. So see, you will get this. Then you can
Yeah.
click on documentation, example, tutorial. You will find everything here. Click on the example. Once you click on the example, you can get this kind of graphs. You can click any one of the graph like this. So you will get the code as well. Okay, you can copy this code and run it so you can understand what this code is mean for. You can download as well from here Jupyter notebook file. This IPYNB, always remember, will going to run in a Colab and your Jupyter notebook. Okay, and if you can copy this and run Colab, that also will run. So graph will be formed like this. So what you have to type it, you just have to type this matplotlib.org. Only this thing you have to type. Similarly, NumPy, I have taught you NumPy as well, right? How mathematical operation. Just type numpy.org, press enter. Just wait, see here. As I type numpy.org, come click on this documentation part. So you will get what is NumPy tutorial. Click on that. So you will get this NumPy, right? Now the question is pandas. We have seen pandas as well, right?
Mhm.
So for this, only for pandas, the link is pandas.pydata.org. Always remember, for pandas, it is pandas.pydata.org. But if you can search pandas.org,
Mhm.
you just click on the first link. You search like pandas.org. As you click on that, okay, you can search for pandas only. You will get that details.
Mhm.
Search like pandas python. So first link, http pandas pydata.org. You will get the complete pandas. Why do we use? Do you remember? Any one of you?
Pandas for mathematical programming things.
No, that is NumPy. Mathematical programming is
Okay,
done with
okay. Sorry,
NumPy.
sorry, sorry.
Pandas is used to read data in Excel format. If you remember, I
Got it.
told you with pandas, you can read Excel file in Python in Jupyter Notebook, read
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
CSV, read Excel, read CSV function. Do you
Mhm.
remember that?
Yeah, Amit, yeah, sorry, yeah, we remember it.
You can see here pd.data frame, it will going to print data in the column format. Please
Mhm.
practice on this. Otherwise, you will going to forget this. Read
Yeah.
CSV, read table. So this you will get it in a pandas pydata.org. I will going to share every link on the WhatsApp in the night. You can go through that.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, we have
Okay.
to go through one more time.
Yeah. Now let's start about this classification. So in machine learning, we have a two type of algorithm. Okay. What are those? Supervised and unsupervised. Okay. Supervised algorithm means what? Supervised algorithm means classify in supervised, we will have a two algorithm, classification and regression. And in unsupervised, clustering and association will come. Now the question is, what is supervised and what is unsupervised? Supervised algorithm is that where
The data are monitored.
no, it's not. The term supervised is like that, but it's not like that. In supervised, you will have a both input and output. You are aware about it. In supervised
Okay.
learning algorithm, you know input and output both, and you have to pass input and output both to your algorithm. That is your supervised. For example, uh, you studied for this data science, and interview only they will going to ask from data science only. So you know both input and output as well, right?
Mhm.
For example, you prepare for the exam, and in the exam they will going to ask you question from the syllabus only, right? They will not going to ask from outside. So there you know the input and you know the output also. For example, if you know what is the data science question and you know the answer as well, and in the exam you are going to write the answer same what we have taught you. Okay, so you know input and output together, like that I've explained you. You have both input variable and target variable. Means uh, for a specific scenario that I given you yesterday, right? I given, if you remember, I given you one example. um, okay, let me take new example. Suppose a person gender is male, his height is 6 feet, weight is 90. Okay, and algorithm is has to find out whether the person is overweight or healthy. So according to height, this person is okay, right? Next is one woman is there, female. Her height is 5 feet. Her weight is 140. So this is called obese, right? She has a overweight, right? Now you have a data. Okay, that data is suppose again female. Her height is 6 feet. Weight is suppose 75. Now you tell me, based on this is your target. Okay, target, you have to predict based on your weight, height and gender whether that person is healthy or obese. So on this record, what you're going to say, whether this is obese or healthy.
Is it healthy?
Correct. Okay, so here you will have a both input and output together, right? You will have an
Mhm.
input data. These are the input data, attribute, features, and target is what you have to predict whether he's healthy or obese, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
supervised learning algorithm is what, where you have to pass both input and output to the algorithm. You have to pass that for this kind of record where the gender is male, height is 6, weight is 90, he will be healthy. If her weight is more than 100, then it's obese, right? So you have to pass both output and input to the algorithm. Now, unsupervised. In unsupervised, clustering and association come. So there we pass only the data like that I was talking about. Suppose we have a data, item number, item name. Suppose item name is egg, price is suppose $1. What is the price of egg, one egg in US?
That's fine, Amit.
No, I'm just asking you, like, what is the price of
Oh,
that?
it comes not with the one egg. It comes with one
Okay,
leaf, like one
okay,
box.
okay, one box. Okay,
Yeah, you can go with the one box around $10.
okay, it's around $10. So how much pieces are there in that, in one box?
In I think for $10 is a 60
Oh,
eggs.
60x. Okay.
Mhm.
So in India, 5 rupees are there for one egg. So for 6,300 and $10 is something 75, 750 rupees in India, something. Okay, so according to that, okay. So suppose egg is $10, okay, and this is on okay, for egg, this is an input egg, and price is $10. Now I price butter, and the price is suppose $5. So here in unsupervised algorithm, you will only going to pass input and output will be going to predict based on the similarity. Now suppose egg also might be coming, suppose two type. This is suppose white egg, and there is one more type of egg comes that is in yellow color. You might have seen. Okay. So in unsupervised algorithm means what? Where you just going to pass input, you don't have to pass the output. It will going to find out the output based on the similarity between the data. Now this egg white and egg yellow. Egg white is having $10. So egg yellow will going to predict price nearby this $10. Either it should be $12 or it can be $8 as well. But the value should be nearby this. So what I mean to say that in unsupervised, you will only going to pass input. You're not going to pass output. So I'm writing not output. Okay. You're only going to pass input. What about supervised learning algorithm? You have to pass both input and output to do the prediction. Input and output to do prediction. Do you understand this?
Okay, Amit, you mean for
Mhm.
supervised algorithm, we have two things, input and output
Yes,
data
correct.
as well. But
Correct.
in unsupervised, we just have input data as only, right?
Good. Very good. Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
So in unsupervised, we only have a input. We don't have a output column. Output is usually predicted based on the similarity. That is why we call as a clustering. Suppose you are making a group of a candidate. What is the similarity between the Nepal candidate and suppose if there is a you want to make a cluster of Nepal candidate, how you usually make? You find out the distance difference between them, like Nepal candidate, how it looks. So you will make a
Yeah.
grouping of them, right? So
Mhm.
there you don't need to have an output that he is really belong to the Nepal. You just by looking into that Nepal candidate only, you can say. Similarly, by looking into the Indian people, you can say that he is from India. By looking into the US candidate, you can say he's from US, right? So there you
Yeah.
don't need an output column. Based on the similarity only, you can find it out. But in supervised algorithm, where we you have to do classification, there two things you need to pass, input and output. Is it clear to you, Geeta, Vivek?
Yes,
Geeta?
I think she's working outside.
Okay, okay. She left, I think. Okay. So this is about algorithm. Okay. So
Mhm.
tomorrow I will going to start classification algorithm. I will going to tell you how to write a code for that, and you have to practice on this. So today go through this video, go
Mhm.
to this concept, search about in a Google what is supervised unsupervised algorithm, see more document, see in the video what is supervised unsupervised to understand the concept. Okay, so tomorrow
Mhm.
I will going to start classification algorithm. I will going to show you practical how to run the algorithm, how to write an algorithm in Python programming, so you will come to know. Okay,
Okay, Amit.
any question, any one of you?